Still looking into marketing? Stop browsing. You got to get building. A lot of businesses are not truly shopping for marketing help. They're browsing, they're taking calls, they're comparing agencies, watching multiple webinars, hopping on a Zoom call, checking out AI, looking at different tools, getting overwhelmed, and then doing nothing. Many businesses do not have a real marketing action plan. Have you ever gone window shopping and convinced yourself you were basically doing something productive? You looked at the shoes, you tried on the jacket, you asked about the price. You imagined a whole new version of yourself walking into the room wearing it. And then you left with nothing. That is exactly what business owners are shopping for in marketing right now. They take many calls, they sit on Zooms, they watch the webinars, they sign up to find out about a new AI tool, they compare agencies. Then they start asking, do we need more video? Do we need video at all? Have you been window shopping and convinced yourself you were basically doing something productive? You looked at the shoes, you tried on the jacket, you asked about the price. You imagined a whole new version of yourself walking into the room wearing it. And then you left with nothing. That is exactly what business owners are shopping for in marketing right now. They take many calls, they sit on Zooms, they watch the webinars, they sign up to find out about a new AI tool, they compare agencies. Then they start asking, do we need more video? Do we need video at all? How about LinkedIn? Do we need a better website? Do we need a podcast? You should get a podcast if you don't have one. Do we need AI? Well, I'm going to say, yes, you do need AI, or an AI strategist at least. That's me. Well, then they go right back to doing exactly what they were doing before. That's not strategy. That's marketing window shopping. And in today's business environment, window shopping for too long can quietly start costing you money. Marketing window shopping is when you know your business needs to modernize, but instead of making a decision, you keep browsing possibilities. You talk to a few agencies and hire none. You watch a few extra webinars, but you implement maybe nothing sometimes. You know your website feels outdated, and you keep telling yourself it works. Maybe your LinkedIn profile picture is about 15 years old. Do you know I've known some real estate agents that have had a 15-year-old picture and then they walk in to go meet with Mr. and Mr. Home Seller, and sometimes even the child went, that's not the same person on the picture. True story. Well, sometimes your business can hit a plateau, but it's not because what you're doing is fully broken. It's because sometimes things in the world have changed so drastically, like they have with AI and digital marketing. Now, I do want to be fair. It's not that business owners are not working extra hard or trying to do more and juggle more. Some are just overwhelmed. Some have been burned by companies. Some have paid for marketing before they bought the polished pitch that told them or sold a pretty deck or said with your monthly fee, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. And, you know, sorry to say, but many times things are overpromised and underdelivered. It happens. Maybe there's vague reports. Maybe there's just not that connection from what you bought into and what is not delivering. And maybe it's not even on their end on what they can deliver. Sometimes they don't have all of the know how on what industry you are in. And there's a disconnect between who you are selling to and who you are trying to reach, and maybe their expertise. Maybe their expertise is solely in building a dynamic website and their back end knowledge of the website is superior. However, their front end knowledge, not so much. So that happens. So I do understand window shopping. We've all understood window shopping. Sometimes it's not even about the price point. Sometimes maybe the shoes did not fit as well. Maybe it was just that day. Maybe not the shoes. Maybe it was not quite the marketing campaign that lined up exactly for you. However, old marketing versus new marketing is very different. So some reason why businesses hesitate is because they're still looking at yesterday's business model. And a couple of decades ago, marketing meant having a great print ad or mailers, magazine features, a billboard, a brochure, a referral network, maybe even just a basic website. For a lot of businesses, that has worked. For a lot of businesses, a lot of those things still work. Referrals work, relationships work, reputation. Today, your reputation has to be visible before someone meets you. Your trust has to show up in a search. Your expertise has to be communicated through content. Your brand has to be consistent across platforms. Your business has to look alive online. And now AI is changing how people search, compare, learn, and decide. HubSpot's 2026 State of Marketing report said that 61% of marketers believe marketing is going through its biggest disruption in 20 years because of AI. So when people ask, why does marketing cost that much now? Part of the answer is marketing has a much bigger job now. Old marketing often bought attention. Modern marketing is buying attention and building a trust system. It helps people find you, understand you, believe you, remember you, and take that next step. That is a very different job. Today, a lot of business owners walk into today's marketing and it's kind of feeling like the wild, wild west. There are AI tools everywhere and new ones becoming available every day, it seems like, quite honestly. Content tools, scheduling tools, analytics, chatbots, voice agents, email platforms, video platforms, podcast platforms, SEO, funnel builders, GEO taking place in addition to SEO, lead generation tools. And then you have other people saying, you need ads, you need AI, you need a podcast. I'm not opposed to the podcast. You should get a podcast. Call me up. You need a funnel. You need to go viral. Oh, and viral. How are you going to do that? Are you going to jump on a trend? Are you going to try to do some TikTok dance thing? Maybe for some people it works. It's not for everybody. Why am I suddenly in a tech rodeo is what some people may be feeling, but that's exactly why strategy matters. The problem is not that there are not enough tools. The problem is there's actually too many tools, not enough translation of them. So most businesses don't need a bigger pile of adopted tools to acquire in. They need someone to help them understand what actually matters. Maybe some things that are outdated and you can let go. Maybe some areas where you are losing opportunity and that should be fixed first. Because a pile of marketing pieces is not a system. It becomes a very expensive marketing junk drawer, so to say. Now there are more opportunities. There are also organic opportunities. But who is doing that? Are you recording yourself? Are you getting yourself out there online? Are you taking advantage of organic marketing as much as you could and should? Can you compete with other businesses that are already investing in modern marketing systems? Yes, systems. Some companies are not necessarily throwing unlimited money at marketing. They're trying to do more with their budgets. So the question is not how low can you go on the marketing spend? It is more of a question of what is the smartest marketing investment for the problem that I actually have? That problem being probably not showing up in the right places to reach your audience or not showing up in enough places. There are so many touch points now that need to happen sometimes before somebody even picks up the phone or sends a DM or clicks a button on your website to get to your company. And some industries, like real estate, let's say, it could be anywhere from 20, 30, 40, 50 different touch points. We're talking CRMs, newsletters, videos, signage. There are a lot of great tools out there, and not all are built into a workable system for you. So it's scattered spending. Scattered spending is one of the reasons business owners tend to lose trust in marketing. I have a lot of background in real estate marketing. Real estate is one of the cleanest examples of this. Real estate agents and brokers are pitched to constantly. A lot of marketing agencies start honing in on pitching to real estate agents and brokerages. There's lead generation systems, there's social media packages, there's listing marketing, there's AI tools, there's CRM automation, there's SEO and GEO, there's Google ads, there's Facebook ads, there's YouTube channels, there's farming campaigns, and a lot of those pitches sound amazing. But if the strategy is not connected to the actual agent, the actual market, the actual buyer or seller on the other side of the journey, it can tend to just become another expense. A seller focused agent does not need the same content strategy as a relocation specialist, and a luxury listing agent does not need the same funnel that a first time buyer agent is going to use. So the issue is that businesses have to become better buyers of marketing because if the marketing message is unclear, ads will not fix that. If your website is not getting your message across, it's not building trust, more traffic is not going to fix that. If your content sounds generic, well, posting more, that's not going to fix that. If your follow up is broken, if your links are broken, some people have amazing marketing. You may have experienced this too. Maybe you've actually clicked on a link to go download something that led you to something else that you went, wait, I'm still not getting there. And you're entering some information and maybe you're entering a few emails in. And then you get to that page, sorry, this link does not work right now. After you just spent about 5 to 10 minutes down this rabbit hole, like, "Huh, well, okay. So if you have a broken link that somebody who was willing to click and start getting through those channels gets to a dead end, trust just went whoosh." So sometimes the goal is not spending more. The goal is to find something that is going to be a customized fit for you and work for you. Let me sidetrack for a second on captions and AI and using AI for your marketing. So, AI is a fantastic tool to automate, to help write or even write. I know a lot of people are using AI for marketing, and sometimes it's great, and sometimes it is generic. And AI is not going to be magic if you don't use it the right way. So, AI is basically trained on what already exists out there. So, if you just type in some basic generic prompt, hey, ChatGPT, can you make me a pitch or write me a caption? Write me a listing post for my new listing. And you just cut and paste. Well, here's one little trick on how people see them. M dashes everywhere. A little too much on the emojis. Those are some very big giveaways. And it's okay to have AI write these things, but there's ways to also up level that. There's ways to up level the way you prompt AI. So there are things that an AI generalist like myself can help with strategy, with not making you amplify a generic message. Because when you're going to use AI and you don't exactly know how to use it correctly, you are going to amplify a bad message. And yes, I have seen those listings where real estate agents just cut and paste, and sometimes it was okay. Um, but it actually said, ChatGPT said, and that was the listing description. Okay. And some real estate agents did not pick up on the trend where it was stunning home or it was dream kitchen, chef's kitchen, and it was white appliances from 20 years ago. That is not a chef's kitchen. And not all homes are stunning. Every home is unique and every home has its own features. So if you're the real estate agent who is still just using a generic chat GPT prompt to list your seller's house for sale, do better. Okay, let's not make this all about real estate. Let's get back to what we were talking about. We're getting into the talk of how AI is flooding the marketing world. Yes, flooding, because all of the tools, all of the people incorporating the tools into their marketing, we are about to see a massive flood. We've already seen a lot of AI slop just on our social feeds. Now we're going to see more technically polished, but not always different. So if you don't have differentiators, if you don't have actual strategy, actual plans, well, the captions are going to sound the same. The hooks are all going to sound the same. The newsletters, same. Lead magnets, everyone out there is going to be, hey, here are 3 ways your business should grow. That's one example of more of the same. So that's why human strategy really matters. AI can make the content faster. It doesn't mean it's automatically going to make it more meaningful. So the businesses that do win are not going to be the ones using AI the most. They're going to be the ones using AI with the clearest point of view. If your marketing was generic before, it's just going to have you publish generic marketing a little more faster. So, the real cost of waiting around, you lose attention, search visibility, credibility, consistency, content momentum. And yes, there is a momentum that gets going. You're going to lose the chance to educate your audience before your competitor does. Some people have been in an industry for over a couple of decades. You have a lot more than the person who maybe just started in the last few years. You have a lot to bring to the table. But if you're not educating your audience with all of your history, know how, all of your blood, sweat, and tears that you put in, well, somebody else is going to. Do you want to lose on that? I don't think so. This matters more to buyers who are doing much more research than they ever have. So, if your digital presence does not clearly show who you are and what you do and why you're credible, you just may be losing before somebody even found out that you exist. So, this is why I believe diagnosis has to come even before your marketing spend. Before you hire the agency, add more tools, run more ads, before you start your podcast with Amelia Media, before you hire the agency, before you sit through even more AI demos, you have to find out, where are you losing potential? Where are you not visible? Where are you losing positioning in the market? How's your online reputation? How is your score? I built the Amelia Media Business Audit. I created it as a tool for business owners. Instead of you throwing money away and spending more and questioning later, I made this tool that's not, here, hire somebody else, do something else. It's a tool to see where you are showing up online or not. It shows where AI is finding you online or not, where your trust may be leaking, where your potential may be leaking. And I made this tool complimentary. Maybe you do need more content. Maybe you do need more video. Maybe you need an AI workflow. Maybe you need a stronger presence on just one of the platforms. You need to find out where your online presence is making you less credible, less current than you really are, or just not visible to the people that are looking for your business, your service, what you tend to offer. So, if you've been looking into marketing, this is your sign. Window shopping is still fine when you're killing time at the mall. But in business, if you keep staring at the future and never walking into it, someone else is going to take advantage of those opportunities. So, modern marketing is not about doing more random things. It is about being found, understood, trusted, remembered, and chosen. And in the world where AI, search, content, and buyer behavior are changing faster than ever, waiting is not neutral. So, stop browsing, start building. And if you need to know a good place to start, hit the link. Of course, the dog barks. And if you need to know a good place to start, hit the link in the description. Fill out my Amelia Media business audit. Takes about 90 seconds, and it'll give you a free report. Yes, I said it is free. Find the leaks first, and then build the right thing. Hit the link in the description and head on over to amaudit.co. And all you need to do is put in your business name, city, and state. You can even put in your category. You don't have to. That is the only bit of information that you are putting in, and you will get an instant report. And then from there, feel free to DM me, shoot me a message, give me a call. I'm happy to talk strategy. I am happy to help you get your business into the modern marketing world. And if you learned something today, if you want to learn a little more, if you want to sign up for my upcoming AI and marketing workshop, I will have that link in the description as well. Feel free to check back in next week. I'll have another marketing and AI video for you. And until then, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Amelia Media for more AI and marketing. Till next time.
Working with Amelia Media was absolutely fantastic.